I just don't like this thing that my hair keeps doing where if I don't shower for too long, you can tell. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be straight up with you real quick off the get-go. Things are not easy in the world right now, okay? That's just the situation. Those are the circumstances. I know I come on here a lot of times, every time really, and I preach joy and happiness and overcoming the stresses of life and whatever it can bring, and I say, hey, it's not that bad. Don't worry about it. You can pick yourself up and you can, get through this. And the truth is, sometimes there is sadness, there is tension, bad things happen, and crap just hits the fan in an all-time way. I mean, crap just isn't like freaking diarrhea hits the turbine. It's really bad, It's like, sir, we've lost engine one. Except for instead of engine one, they just skip straight to number two. You see what I did there? But yeah, there's just sometimes it just doesn't work out. Sometimes it just kind of bubbles over, and it's okay to be sad. I wanted to say that because I always say, hey, get up, guys. Come on, let's be happy. But sometimes it's just not working out. And it's not easy to be happy in these hard times, guys. In these hard times, it's not always easy to be happy. So I'm just going to say that and let that out there. It's okay to be sad, guys. It's okay. But also, when the world tries to rain on your parade, actually, no, I'm going to refrain. Okay, I say a lot of cheesy things on here. I'm going to refrain from saying, hey, the world's trying to rain on your parade, but don't worry, here at Full Circus, we've got umbrellas, But I'm going to try and not say that because, well, I mean, I like to say that. Like cheesy one-liners, they're my bag. Cheesy one-liners are my bag. My bag begins and ends at one-liners. It just freaking, because I'm a wizard with the wordplay. I'm a freaking sorcerer of sentence structure. I'm a magician of metaphors. You know what I'm saying, guys, okay? If I was teaching Hooked on Phonics, you better believe it'd be in a cauldron, okay? That's just what I do. But I'm going to refrain from saying that. But we do have umbrellas in the back, if the world's ready. No, but anyways, I just did want to say, don't worry about it. I'm here for you guys. But if things are going bad and you do need an escape, I'm here for you, okay? Sometimes, I guess I was kind of talking about myself and the circumstances that I'm in, it's also sad, and I'm saying it's okay to be sad, but, here at Full Circus, it's an indoor show anyways, right? So it's not an outdoor circus. So the umbrellas are really pointless. Anyways, guys, my name is Tristan Sartoris. Welcome to Full Circus, and, it's okay to be sad, but if you want to be happy, stick around, okay? Stick around, especially to the end of the show, guys. It's just going to keep getting better. I'm joking. I was doing the thing. Dude, I've been watching these Facebook videos and Instagram and YouTube and, just regular online content. The videos, people always started off with, oh my gosh, you want to stick around to the end. This is really super exciting. You can't wait to see what happens at the end. And it's like a freaking 18-minute long video. And I'm just like, no, I'm done. Because I've fallen for it before. And I know you have too, right? People just start off with it right at the beginning of their show or their episode or video or whatever it is. They just say, hey, stick around to the end. It's going to get good. It's not going to be good for the whole freaking 17 minutes, but that last minute, it might be okay. Okay? So just stick around. Well, how about no? How about freaking no? How about I don't have to sit through 20 minutes of lame stuff so I can finally get to something that's half decent? It's just it's a scummy and disrespectful way to do it. And, it's all about watch time, right? People are just like, oh, just stick around so I can get more watch time and blah, blah, blah. I won't go into the science of it, but it's just not cool, dude. It's mean, it's disrespectful, it's a waste of my time. It's like someone takes you out to a dinner and they're like, hey, I know this freaking 3-course meal is going to suck. It's going to be horrible. You're going to find strands of hair and probably dirty underpants in it. You're chewing nails and screws, chipped teeth, the whole 9 yards. It sucks. It's crappy. I'll be real with you. But if you can get through this, okay, if you can find a way to grind through this 20-minute video, there might be a secret special surprise dessert at the end. Okay? And now it's crappy, right? it sucks. You're like, oh my gosh, this sucks. It's terrible. I want to move on. I want to get out of this. But you have the willpower, right? You're a fighter, and you say, "I'll get through this. I can take this. I know this is trash, but I can eat this trash for whatever might be on the other side. I'll take that risk." And it turns out to just be like a singular Dorito. Yeah, no offense to Doritos, okay? I love Doritos, right? That's just, like like little tiny slices of life. It's like a Bermuda Triangle, except the only thing getting lost is the Dorito in me. But yeah, no offense to Doritos, but Doritos are great, but it's just one Dorito, right? It's like not the biggest payoff, right? I just sat through 20 minutes of you combing your dog to find out that he sheds. It's like, oh, we didn't see the brush actually picked up a lot of it. It's always super dumb, and you guys know what I'm talking about. It's super trashy, and you just kind of wanted more, and especially on the internet, in a place where you can go get whole bags of Doritos. If you click off this video, it's like this podcast. This is one from, dude. This is a podcast full of Doritos and other snacks and all kinds of different flavors. But instead, I get tricked into these things, and I'm trying to stop it, but I have been tricked many a times where I've sat through that horrible dinner and meal, and I'm eating that freaking those soggy underpants, and I'm chipping my teeth, and I'm gagging it down, and I'm not happy. And I've been scammed, and I've been duped, and I'm not a fan of it, guys. I don't like it at all, and that is my stance on these freaking long-form content videos. They're trying to farm you. They're trying to farm my eyeballs, my watch time, and I won't give it to them, guys, and you shouldn't either. But anyways, that's just wanted to say, dude. I'm gonna try and make the show interesting throughout. I'm not gonna say, hey guys, just stick around right until the end because we might have a Dorito. But no, we start off with dessert here at Full Circus. Tiramisu for everybody. I have never had tiramisu. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know it's good. It's freaking top notch. So if you like it, stick around because I'll keep feeding it to you more, and maybe I'll give you 2 at the end. I have no idea. I haven't been to the end of the show, but I will say I will try my best to give you all the desserts. No underpants included. Yeah, I should go straight in. I didn't have the thing queued up, so, bear with me for just a second. We're going to jump right into interesting thoughts, guys. Oh, 1 second. The technical difficulties. I know I just said, hey, guys, stick around to the end. 1 second. I'll get this thing. Just stick around for a minute. I'll get through this. All right, here we go. Skip the details and the plot. Yeah, guys. Anyways, back to interesting thoughts, guys. Another week, another segment, another time where I tell you what's going on in my brain. And what's going on, what are my thoughts, what am I feeling, what am I thinking about? The same thing, dude. I was talking about last week. Stupid, low, over-competitive competition in the dumbest way possible, and I'm still there. What, you think this is just like a sitcom, huh? You think there's just character growth week to week? Sometimes I don't grow up. Sometimes I stay the same. There's no character arc or evolution of who I am as a person. I'm still just as petty as I was 1 week ago. So there you go. That's what's been on my mind. And just the example to give it to you. I was on Instagram, and they have like these little filters, right, where you play these stupid little games where they're kind of like stacking these blocks back and forth, and you got to time them up by blinking, right? The camera like tracks your blinks, and you try and get as many as you can in a row, and it's pretty difficult. And I saw a video of someone doing it, and they got 53 or something like that. I can't really remember, but I'll pull it up here, right? They got 53, and I saw that. I saw it, and I said, that's impressive. And all the comments were like, wow, I can't do it. And she's like, yeah, I know you can't do it. And I'm like, oh, challenge accepted. Now, keep in mind, it was probably like 11 p.m. right now. Okay, I did not need to be embarking on another journey and fantastical adventure of just, over-competitiveness. I did not need to be starting this late. But your boy does that, okay? That's just who I am. I haven't grown out of that. So that's what I did, right? Started that thing at 11 p.m., but it went on for a long time. Felt like I started at 11 a.m. And it was harder than I thought. And I was just grinding. I'm blinking. Stop. And I couldn't get it to do. I could not break the score. And I was upset and I was frustrated because that's what you do, right? I'm frustrated. I didn't say things come easy to me. I didn't say with these stupid little competitions that I just break these people's score like on a whim. Like, let me just beat this up real quick. I work hard at what I do to beat other people down. That's who I am, okay? I strive for greatness. I like to succeed so I can watch them fall. And it's not an easy task. So I stayed up till 3 a.m. It was probably 2, 3, 4 hours. I don't know how long I was in this. It was a while though, and I'm blinking. My eyes are like, oh my gosh. I was so frustrated, furious with the fact that I could not control my blinks at the proper timing. But you know what? With perseverance and willpower and strength, yeah, I did it! I beat him! I don't even know who this person is, but I put him in the dirt, dude! I beat their score. and they'll never even know about it. I mean, I'll put my score right here somewhere. I don't know. Just to prove it that I had a better score, and it was cool, and it was great, and I'm happy, and I feel successful. And it just goes to show, dude, you put your mind to anything you do, and if you're petty enough and low enough, you too. I don't know. I mean, there's not really a good moral lesson in there, but I won. I won, guys. Guys, I won. And I just wanted to tell you that. But also, that was my interesting thoughts to tell you that, sometimes you don't grow up. Sometimes you just stay sometimes it's okay to stay the same, guys. Sometimes it's not about fixing yourself, right? In the era of New Year's resolutions, sometimes it's okay to just be who you are. And I'm a guy who's going to see someone have a score, and I'm going to try my hardest to make sure they are not the best. But I'm the best, and I beat them. So that was a pride moment, and I've been feeling so good ever since. And I'm never going to do it again unless I don't know. I don't know how far my competition goes. It really just goes till I strike and I move on, guys. I freaking and I'm gone. But anyways, yeah, that's just what I was feeling about talking to you. What else was I gonna say? Sometimes I just it's just a fun little dude. You know what I wish? As far as like talking about these like silly little fun things, I wish adults talk. I say adults because I have a very childlike mindset. I'm like, yeah, I'm not an adult. I'm 23. So I wish these grown-ups would talk to me and really understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, I wish people, would talk about more fun things. I feel like a lot of times we just talk about such boring. Maybe it's fun to other people. I have no idea. But a lot of times, especially as a kid, right? They're like, hey, how was school? What are you learning in school? And if you've been a kid, if you've been in school, unless you're a weirdo, you didn't really love school. And you're like, okay, I just got done writing a 4-page essay on turbulence. I don't want to talk about school. And that's just kind of how adults and people like to communicate. It's because it's like the only thing they know that you are up to. And I always wish that people would like just talk about more fun things. Like, hey, dude, what's going on? It's like, hey, how's school? What are you doing? Like, oh, great, I just did that all week, And maybe that's because adults like to talk about work too. But I don't know, like who likes to talk about work all the time? It's like, oh yeah, freaking lumber prices are skyrocketing. It's rough. Yeah, I heard that. Oh, by the way, did you hear they're turning the Kmart into a warehouse? No, wow, that's interesting. Really? Yeah, taxes? Oh yeah, for sure. And it's just kind of, it's boring to me. I mean, maybe people do like it, and I don't mean to harp on them if that's your thing. If you're super interested in whatever, it's like, hey, the weather, you see it's going to rain pretty bad this weekend. It's like, yeah, dude, I've never seen the weather before. It's just always interesting stuff, but not at the same time. It's interesting that the fact they want to talk about it. But I wish there was people that were like, hey, what's your favorite character in Mario Kart? And I'd be like, wait, what'd you say? Oh, let me sit down. Let's talk about it a little more. Oh, what's your KD? How are you liking the new Call of Duty map? I'm like, whoa, come a little closer. Let's talk Let's talk. What's your rank in Rocket League? I could talk to you all day. And, you could get kids, or you could get me excited. I'm not saying it has to be video games, but like, it's always about work or school, or just kind of like these adult conversations that are kind of like stooped down to a childhood level. But, talk about something fun. And you got a new Lego set lately? Like, yeah, dude, I got the new freaking Star Wars, the Millennium Falcon. It looks sweet. But yeah, I wish conversation was a little bit better. Conversation can be pretty dull sometimes. So if you're one of those people, if you don't like talking about the lame things, talk about something else. Talk about whatever you do. It doesn't have to be something I'm interested in. If you want to talk about something that you're interested in, you're like, whoa, I like philately, like, the art of stamp collecting. Talk about that. I would be interested in it because it's not something you hear all the time. It's just the same kind of cycle of conversation. But yeah, I wish there's a few people in my family, and they're just like fun to talk to, and they really take an interest or talk about their interest, and you're like, oh, this is fun. I'm really being into it, and I like that. But there's just not enough of it going around. I need more people to talk about the fact that they stayed up till 3 or 4 a.m. blinking their eyes vigorously and intensely until they made someone else, feel bad. So that's who I am. That's what I like to talk about, though. So if you don't know me and you're trying to strike up a conversation with moi, say, hey, you beat anyone down to a pulp lately? And I'll say, well, speaking of that, let me tell you a story. And I've got them all the time because I don't grow up. But yeah, that's what's going on. Good. What else has been going on, dude? I talked about the therapy, the counseling, but not it's coaching. It's more like building up and stuff like that. It was with my aunt, and I also mentioned how great that is to just people to sit there and listen to you and talk, and that's fun. That's great. And she had me take a personality quiz for it was I forget what it was related to. I know it was just a few days. I'm like falling over. My freaking jeans are cuffing under my ankles and I hate it. What was I saying? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Personality quizzes. And I took it, and here's the thing with personality quizzes, okay? I love to take them. I love personality quizzes because it's just, there's something, I don't know, I feel like I want to get get competitive with it. I'm like, oh, what kind of scores you get? I want to get the better one. No, in a way that is true, but not like in a competitive way. I'm like, okay, what's the best version? Like, what is the one that I can get that's like the best? How can I get like a scientific certificate that says, hey, I've got all the freaking good traits and everything like that? And sometimes I try and lie. Sometimes I'm not true to myself, and I'm trying to get the best score imaginable. But that's just not how you do personality quizzes. And there's so many of them. It's hard for me to really learn about myself because I kind of like just want to collect them all. You know what I mean? Like I see all the freaking things down the list. I'm like, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want, and I do feel, part of that. And they always come back and like, oh, well, it turns out you're a narcissist. I'm like, oh, wait, no, I'm not. Oh, I don't know if I am. I haven't taken that one, but probably. No, personality quizzes are so interesting because there's so many, right? Whether you're an introvert or an extrovert or freaking R, S, J, N, M, BQ, or like there's like different, like, oh, whether like I don't know what the J's or whatever, like I don't know what they were related to. I think one was like analytics or more like freeform, or there's like different ways of motivation, stuff like that. And that's when I was kind of looking with my aunt, and it's tricky, dude. It's tricky because there's so many, and personality quizzes rely on the user to, one, be honest, like I said, because I'm like, hey, I want that. But also it's just there's too many. There's too many. There's no way for me to really find out. So really, there's just two personalities, if you were going to look at that. It's the people who take the quizzes honestly and those who don't. But yeah, it's just it's hard. It's hard because I get greedy, and that doesn't. I wish it would come back if it could really have like a real time feedback. Like, whoa, your personality quiz is liar, and I'm just trying to get everything. I'm like, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. Like when you're a kid at Chuck E. Cheese, you're like, hey, I want the freaking big, Lego set. I want the beach ball. And like, no. You have 8 tickets. That's 20,000. Pick something from here. One thing, not even 2. One from the top, 2 from the bottom. No. Just one right here. But yeah, that's where I associate. Dude, honestly, go to Chuck E. Cheese. You can learn everything you want about someone if they go to Chuck E. Cheese, right? You have the gamblers, people who spend all their money straight up. You have the thieves, okay, and greedy, who take tickets. You have people that are very conservative with their money, like they keep their coins and they just go home. I remember going to school and people would bring out their lunchbox and they'd have like 30 Chuck E. Cheese tokens, like they were rolling over, like, yeah, I'm just saving these for a rainy day until the business, gets shut down. Yeah, you have the people that are smart with their money. You have people who aren't. You have people that just spend time for fun. You have people that get to just go forget the whole world and they just go and get trapped upside down in the freaking play place. And you have people like me who spend all their coins, all the freaking dollars in the world on the photo booth thing where you sit down and you're like this and they take a photo of you. And that's where I learned that I probably am a narcissist and I look good. Yeah, I would just like run and grab the photos. I just kept doing it. I don't know why. It's like I've never seen a reflection of me before. It wasn't that. I just like it. I was like, oh, dang, this is great. I got to go keep giving these for my mom because I'm like, yeah, you trust me. I want these. You want these. Everyone can have one. But yeah, that's just Chuck E. Cheese, dude. You can learn a lot about yourself. You can learn, I would say, almost everything about yourself from Chuck E. Cheese. It's a great place, and I wish I could go there some more. What else is... Oh yeah, dude, sales. I talked about this in the last episode, I believe, that I was gonna go try and do some sailing. I'm not starting. It was just a ride along, dude. Like, hey, you want to come up for a ride along? We'll show you how to do things. And it's like a ride along, like when you go like the cop car ride alongs, where you're just like sitting in the car back and you're like, oh, how am I supposed to see what's going on? But it was interesting. I learned a lot about rejection because that is the number one job of sales, whatever. And I'm not going to talk about sales a lot because, one, this kind of feels like the whole talking about jobs. Like, I'm getting bored right now. But there are some interesting things and some interesting aspects of the job. Like, the sales job itself, dull, super boring, super lame. But it's just that's what jobs are, right? Um, but you do learn a lot of you learn a lot about rejection. Okay, we knocked on so many doors and people said no, 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 stop. And yeah, so I'm not really going to talk about sales going forward in the future a lot about this, because one, it's just like lame, and it's not like a career aspiration or dream of mine to save senior citizens $3 by switching to a certain life insurance that I have no part of. But yeah, there are people, and also it's super morbid, right? To go into someone's house and say, hey, you know what? We really got to be thinking more about your funeral. You're getting close. I'm like, holy crap! Like this is, and they're fine talking about it, but I felt like just super out of line to even witness it. And I was like, why? This guy, he's freaking young. He looks great. He's like, yeah, funerals. Oh, if they have that much money, yeah, you're not gonna be able to freaking. That's half a casket. You wouldn't even get to even have anybody there, and it's pretty dark to just sit there and talk about someone's death and then try and get them to pay money for it. But that's sales, I guess. But I mean, they're already paying for it. You're trying to like get them a better deal, but still, dude, as heroic as I want to spin it, it's still dark. And there was an interesting guy, dude. There was a guy I walked into. We stepped in his house. He was like the first person we went to, and he's like, hey, we're looking at your life insurance. See, we can save you some money here. Would you like to, blah, blah. I'm skipping a lot of things. This is not how the sales pitch went, but he's like, hey, save you some money here. Would you like to switch to our insurance? And he completely ignores everything that was said right there, and he says, no, I don't really need that. I just got out of prison for 22 years, so... and I was like, wait, what? And he had kind of like a strong demeanor about him. He's like chilling back. I was like, we got to get out of here, guy. And he's like, no, I don't want your insurance. Like, hey, he's declining it. Let's go. I understand you, sir. Let's go. He's like, and by the way, don't ask me what I did. And I was like, what? No, I'm okay. I'm going. Was you killing an insurance sales boy who was on a ride along? I don't care. I'm out. And it was pretty crazy. And you ran it. There wasn't 2 people that ran from prison. I don't know. But I will be excited about the fact that there are people. You run into a lot of people because jobs are boring. But you know who's not boring? People. I don't care if you work in the food industry, clothing, accounting. There will be somebody who's gone to prison and is on the run and just wants to be left alone, and you better leave him alone. So yeah, that's really all it is to people. I think that's just what it is, man. And you can talk to him about him. I should have asked him about who is Mario Kart. He probably didn't want to talk about that. He's probably like, hey, dude, I just got out of prison. I'm not looking to save any money. I'm looking to live life. But it is really dark. So dude, I'm sad now. I'm a little bored. What else has been going on, dude? We're only 23 minutes. I'm freaking flying through my notes at laser fast speed. What do we have here, dude? We have, what did I do? Dude, I think that's really all I know. What did I do last one? I got pizza, dude. I got pizza. You know I like pizza. Is there pizza on here? No, it's SpongeBob. But yeah, I'm a kid. Yeah, pizza, Papa John. Dude, oh yeah, here we go. This is a bit I was talking about before. It's just really quick. I'm gonna end the show in a second. This is what you waited around for. You're like, oh wow, I can't wait to stick around through the show until he runs out of things to say, and then just starts talking about what he had for dinner. No, we were getting Papa John's, and you run to these things. It's kind of like everything's like about branding right now, right? It's like, oh, you got to get your branding. Everything's about branding. You're Papa John's, so you're like, oh, order through the Papa app, and then you can use the pizza, the Papa order, the Papa menu. Then you finally, after you order your thing, use Papa Track. It's kind of like McDonald's, like, oh, would you like the McDouble, the freaking McDrive-through? Let me open these Mc windows real quick. Hey, can you pass me the Mc spatula? Boom. All right, would you like a Mc trash burger with that? Or a trash bagger. Yeah, it's just funny that you have to like add in like the branding now is that anything you do, even though other business, like you didn't invent tracking when your pizza is going to be good. Like all this, like tracking your food has been around for a while, and so have drive-thrus and anything else. But you're like, hey, I just got to put my name right in front of it. Like if I just called this, oh yeah, I call it a Tristan cast. I call it a Tristan pod. I call it a teapot cast. You're like, wow, what's that? Like, it's different than other podcasts. I mean, it is, but it's just different. And people are like, oh, I got to brand more. I'm just going to do the same thing, but also stick my name in front of it, and that makes it cooler. That makes it different. And I find it funny that you even have to do that. You're like, oh, wait, I got to flip these pancakes. Oh, see, that's a freaking IHOP fold right there. This is different than a traditional pancake. Flip. IHOP flip. It's a waffle flip. Anyways, guys, I thought that was humorous because it's so funny because I keep seeing it and I get the notification like, hey, make sure to go into Papa Track Rewards. Papa Track this. Papa, make Papa. And that's really all I eat. I only eat Papa John's and McDonald's, so I don't really have any more examples for my comedic shops. But, if you're out there, I'm sure everything else has got it. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for tuning in so far. That was it, guys. I really just wanted to talk to you about food for a second because I'm hungry. I hope you guys are having a good time. I hope whatever's going on that you can power through, but also don't power through. It's okay to be sad. I know I just contradicted everything I just said at the beginning of the show, but yeah, I don't know if I'm sad. I am sad, but also I'm not sad, but also I'm happy. Guys, emotions are complicated. Use them wisely. That is the lesson of the show. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you guys are having a beautiful time, beautiful day, and I will catch you next week, guys. All right, I love you. Peace. 26 minutes. I'm not even saying real words.